I made a couple changes to my recording settings, and without telling you what they are, because I don't want it to be like biased or pointed out, throughout this video, just as you watch it, I want you to kind of keep in mind that I made some changes and just let me know if you either A, notice an improvement, whether it's audio or video or whatever, B, notice a deprovement? Is that a word? Decrease in enjoyability? I don't know. Or C, you literally don't notice any difference at all. I'm just curious. I want to see how this plays out. That being said, we got some tasks to do today, and one of those tasks is actually fun, and it involves shoes because it involves skateboarding. The house is kind of a mess right now because we're in the process of decorating. Yes, Milo, it's me. It's me. You know who I am. It's still me. You still know me. I'm still your dad. Hi, you knew it was me. You're just kind of stupid, aren't you? But we still love you. Yeah, we do. 'Tis the season. Christmas is Taylor's favorite holiday by a long shot, so she always gets very festive. The only problem, we realized very quickly since moving in here that there's like not a Christmas tree spot. Most houses have like a spot, like where it's a no-brainer that that's where the Christmas tree goes if you celebrate Christmas, whatever. Originally, we had it here where this plant is, and we had to like trim around it to make sure it wasn't too close to the fireplace for obvious reasons. But after it was there for like a day or two, it was just sort of like weird and in this corner. So we moved, or I didn't move it, Taylor moved it to here, which is also kind of weird because now it's just in front of the TV. The TV does pull out, like it's one of those detachable mounts. So if we're watching a movie or something, we can pull the TV like out and sort of around it. So if we're sitting here, it's not really obstructed or anything. Hi buddy, you just wanted to hang out and be in the video? Yeah, you're so cute. Yeah, you are. Hi. Amazing property, amazing house. Everything is amazing about it. It's just lacking a Christmas tree spot. I do have to turn this down though. I'm not trying to get, imagine I get copywritten for being in the holiday spirit. Anyway, we have a couple tasks today, and the first task is to skate, because I haven't been skating enough. I ripped through my laces the other day. I've been riding the slip-on, the Carriuma slip-ons for, what, years now? It's been like my go-to shoe, my favorite shoe by them. I made that video somewhat recently where I was trying out footprint insoles for the first time, and I put them in these shoes, and I'm really liking them, and I'm finally breaking these shoes in, but they have laces, and I keep burning through my laces now. Maybe I'm just out of the loop, but do they not have like indestructible shoelaces yet? I feel like that's just an invention waiting to happen, or that like should have happened years ago, you know what I mean? I guess I'm just gonna steal them from these shoes. It's funny how, I don't wanna say I ever hated on them, but back in the day, I never used to like slip-ons. Like I was very vocal about not being a fan of slip-on shoes. And then after riding for Carriuma and they released their slip-on, I wanted to try it, you know, it was their new shoe, and I went into it pretty, what's the word, like cautious, kind of expecting it, like definitely not expecting it to be my favorite shoe or anything, just wanted to try it out. And after riding it for a couple weeks, it started growing on me, and now it's to the point that like riding any non-slip-on shoe feels weird. It's just the convenience, man. Like not having to deal with laces is just really nice. But at the same time, I do feel like laced shoes offer a little bit more support, and you can like tighten and loosen them depending on what you want. Oh, the insole is all folded up. Yeah, I was like, dude, that does not feel right. There we go. Nope, still folded up. Why are you doing that? Is there anything in there? No. Take 3. There we go, a shoe. And then having to like tie, because like the whole reason I like lace shoes is because you can tighten them and feel like snug and secure in there, you know? But then you have to untie your shoes every time you want to take them off. I'm really complaining about tying shoes. That's crazy. Is it? Let's see, how different? Yeah, I gotta change out the other laces. Reminds me of back when I was a kid and I'd always go through laces, you know, way too quick. I would always have mismatched shoelaces as a kid. Like on any pair of shoes, one would be black, one would be white, one would be blue, one would be yellow. It was always all over the place. Life was just simpler back then, I feel like. Top tier content though, huh? Like first I hit you guys with sweeping, leaf blowing, raking, shoveling. This is a new one though, lacing shoes. Lacing content, top tier, next level. Oh God, the real question is why am I sweating doing this? Why am I getting a workout? Make sure they're nice and even. There we go. Oh, I forgot to lace them through like the little thing. Does that matter? What's that thing for on the tongue? It's too late, we're in too deep. There we go, shoe tying tutorial with Garrett Ginner. Thank you guys for watching. I recently went, like the longest I've gone without skating in a while. So my last 2 videos were about sort of getting back into it all. And I'm trying to just like, this sounds so dumb to say out loud, but I'm trying to get into the habit of skating every day again. A lot of the time it's like, oh, I gotta do this. I have this to do instead. I don't have time. There's always time, bro. Even if it's just for like 5 or 10 minutes, I want to make it a habit of just rolling around, getting a couple tricks in. It's good for the soul. I always feel better when I skate. And then after we skate, got a quick little unboxing. I know what both of, or actually I don't know what this one is, and then some fingerboard stuff, and that's pretty much what we got planned today. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I feel like the shorts and long sleeve combo is something I rarely do. I rarely wear shorts just because shinners. I feel like I jinxed it now. Now I'm destined to get a shinner because I talked about it. Ow, God. I'm getting old. It might be a fluke or some weird glitch in the matrix, but ever since I took that just itty bitty break, my switch and nollie has been feeling like a little bit more consistent. My switch flips, I usually just flick straight down, like someone when they first learn how to kick flip. And like that last one I did, it wasn't like good, it was still rockety, but I feel like I'm flicking out as opposed to down. You know, let's work on that actually. I want to try a couple switch flips. Okay, I take everything I said back. Oh my God. I shouldn't have said anything, bro. I should have just accepted the fact that I was getting better at them and not spoken it out loud. I jinxed it. Oh. Better? Worse? Yay or nay? Just like a regular kickflip, but switch. Ew. Oh, don't look up there. It's just so frustrating. All right, right here. Don't overthink it, just do it. Maybe? That felt good. I want a couple more of those. Yes, give me one more. That's all I want. I can nollie flip fine. Oh my God. I have a good feeling about this one. No, I don't. I have a feeling it is just repetition. Like if I try to do 10 switch flips every day, after like a month, I'll be able to switch flip. I was talking to the homie Tim, the snowboard, like the sick ass snowboarder that you guys met a couple of videos ago up in Tahoe. He said a big way he progressed in snowboarding was filming himself, whether it's a tripod or POV or having someone film him, learning a new trick, working on a new trick, and then just watching the footage and analyzing it frame by frame by frame and just like analyzing it. It's such a simple concept. Like you want to get better at something, you practice it. It makes perfect sense. I've just never thought of skateboarding or action sports that like analytically, I guess. Note to myself as I'm editing this video though, watch a couple of those switch flips and just play it frame by frame and see if I can notice anything. In the meantime, this one right here, I'm literally just gonna do a kickflip because my brain knows how to kickflip. I'm just gonna do a kickflip, switch. I'm just gonna pretend I'm regular stance, right? So it's literally, oh yes. I think I'm washed up. Who needs kickflips anyway? I'm just gonna do the best switch flip you've ever seen. If that was the best switch flip you've ever seen, I'm sorry for you. That's unfortunate. We'll come back to that. I do have some more I have to do today. Let's open up the other door. Nice. 2 quick unboxings today because I went to my P.O. box and I got some stuff. I know what this is, don't know what this is. This is actually my fingerboard sponsor, believe it or not. But you guys didn't know I was a sponsored fingerboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area. All jokes aside though, wow, no way, it's a mini shipping box. That's so sick, the little DHL box. That's tight. Where'd you even get this stuff, bro? That's so funny. It even has the shipping label and everything. Okay, razor blade. You guys remember the company Yurth? I used to call it Ureth or Urethra. I still do call it Urethra, sorry Kyle. Since that first unboxing video, I've built a little relationship with them and they've been hooking me up with wheels. I think it's a really dope company. They make fingerboard wheels out of recycled, real skateboard, like real urethane wheels. We pop open our little sponsor pack. Right there, see a sticker up on top? It's pronounced Yurth. It took me a while to figure that out because I was calling it Ureth but it's like earth, urethane, get it? Okay. We have little decorative plant ornaments inside of our package here, and then oh, please don't lose them. I lose so many fingerboard wheels, bro. You know what? I'm gonna move the camera, not the wheels. We got the wheels themselves, and my fingerboard is up in the house, but I'll show you like a little comparison with the wheels I'm using right now. The first wheels he sent me, they're just a little big. Like there's some girthy big boy wheels. And I sized down my fingerboard because I was using a 34 millimeter. I've been using a 32 millimeter lately. So I asked him for some, oh, I can't do that. I asked him for some smaller wheels, and I'm stoked to try those out. So thank you, Kyle. We're gonna set those up later. This whole video is gonna tie back into fingerboarding in case you haven't figured that out. I wanna finish up all of the concrete fingerboard obstacles we've been working on for weeks, if not months now. Get them fully done, up on the website, for sale, done today, hopefully, by the time you guys watch this video at least. Now, this second box was just in my P.O. box. I don't know what it is, but it says it's from Tap for Tea. Tea like T-E-A, so maybe it's tea. It has like a little teapot on it. I have my P.O. box address in the description of all my YouTube videos if you're interested in sending anything. No obligation at all. What do we have here? It appears to have a note or a letter. Wow, okay, cool. Hey Garrett, spelled my name right. Always get bonus points for that. I've been around since the very early days watching you make your own skateboard, as well as the mechanical bull incident. Oh man. I'm also a channel member and love the new direction you've taken and watching you tackle new adventures with what seems like a massive weight off your shoulders, 100%, except for the bucket of rocks, which are a little literal weight on your shoulders. This guy's got jokes! I've been working with tea growers around the world for over 25 years and now own and operate Tap for Tea, an idea I had during the pandemic when everyone's world was a lot smaller and lacking in fun and excitement. I had combined my love for a game called Magic the Gathering, familiar with the game, never played, don't know anything about it, and my passion for tea, and created a monthly subscription box that brings both directly to people's homes. Both? Like magic and tea? Interesting. We also give back to the tea workers as well as their families and orphaned and vulnerable children in the regions that produce our teas and coffees. We are currently into our 4th year of business, and it has been a great journey filled with a ton of learning and mistakes and successes. I've included some, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, masala chai, or masala, I'm not familiar with tea, so I apologize, which is handmade by a woman in India that not only grows and produces the tea, but also grows, I can't talk, bro, but also grows all of the spices and blends it into one of the absolute best chai teas in the world. I also added in some fun and games, since that is how we roll. You can brew the chai like normal tea, and add milk and honey, or you can actually brew it in milk directly. I hope you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what life holds for you next. Oh, it's the homie D. Tiberio. I know, I'm well familiar with your username. Don't know if I say it right, but bro, thank you so much for supporting. And now I know your actual name, Dominic. I can call you Dominic from here on out. The website down at the bottom is www.tapfortea.com. I'm excited for this. I drink sometimes, okay, every morning I either drink yerba mate, but like loose leaf yerba mate, or coffee. So I'm into teas and coffees and stuff like that. I'm always down to try new things. Let's see what we have in here. Got some stickers, some Tap for Tea stickers. We got a bag of the, again, masala chai black tea. Oh, it has 212 degrees for 2 to 5 minutes. That's probably how long you steep it for. Sick, dude. And then we got a deck of cards here, or I don't know if it's called a deck or a pack. Magic the Gathering. I could see myself getting into card games, bro. Like, I was never into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, any of those things, but I was always like fascinated by them, if that makes any sense. I feel like just personality-wise, I could really enjoy it if I got into it. And we have Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowmen. Snowman, wait, what is this? Are you ready for some holiday mayhem? This is the Christmas themed edition of our wildly popular hand slapping party game. Sick. So just another Christmas themed game. Taylor's probably gonna like this. And oh, I was like, dude, what is this? It looks like a tea bag. You put the loose leaf tea in here and you let it steep, and then a little coaster as well as a pen. Bro, Dominic, thank you so much. Dude, the P.O. Box gifts have been unreal lately. Like, they've been very wholesome, and I love it. Thank you very, very much. All right, so now jumping into the actual task that I want to finish today. All of the concrete fingerboard obstacles, which we finished a lot of them a couple of videos ago last week, I believe. Pretty much everything except for these ones, the like whoop-de-doos. I still have to rub the nipple. That's crazy. I gotta grind the nipple off, as well as these ones, because they have a big old seam in them and they just require a little bit more cleanup work. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I haven't done yet. Out of all of the finished ones, I gave them a final lacquer, but I gotta sand that off to give it like a nice uniform and clean finish. And I don't think this will take too long. I've learned my lesson to not say that. So, how are we gonna go about this? I think the order which I wanna do this is I wanna finish up the, you know, the quote unquote done ones already, just with that final pass of the 600 grit. That way they can just be done. Also, I don't know why some of them, like, I don't know if you can see it, that one looks great. I'm still gonna hit it with a final sanding, but some of them started like peeling. I don't really know why. 600 grit, and I think we're just going nice and light, as far as I know. Should I wet sand it, or is dry sanding fine? I'll dry sand one and wet sand the other and see if I notice a difference at all. All right, that looks pretty good to me. So there's the dry sanded one, and then we're gonna wet sand this one just to see if there's any difference at all. I was reading through your comments on the first video of this, because I kind of asked the same thing. I was like, what is the difference between wet sanding and dry sanding? And from what I heard, it extends the life of the sandpaper wet sanding. And this feel like maybe I just wet sand, bro. And I'm not inhaling all the toxic fumes as well. Yeah, okay, no, we're gonna wet sand all of them. That just looks and feels way better. Something I've realized since making, well, I guess since making anything, but mainly fingerboard obstacles for me, is, well, okay, this is obvious, but like your workflow is super important. It's the difference between something taking 8 hours to make a batch of fingerboard obstacles or taking 2 hours to make a batch of fingerboard obstacles. And I feel like, I mean, this was my first successful batch of these concrete obstacles, so obviously my workflow wasn't very optimized, you know what I mean? But I do feel like I was finally getting into the swing of things with, you know, how long to sand it with each grit, how much water to use, how to do this, how to do that. And it's starting to all kind of fall into place, or at least it feels like it is. Still, like, I do think there's still a ton of room for improvement, because this still took, well, I'm looking at the timeline here, this still took 25 minutes for what, 5 obstacles or however many it was. So I can optimize it better, but we're slowly getting in the swing of things, and obviously as it takes less time, they can cost less. So it's all like a work in progress. It's been fun documenting the whole journey, and I'm excited to see, you know, how they look next year or the year after that as I continue refining the workflow and all that. But there they are. We finished the sanding. All right, there you have it. That is the last, or the last one of the ones that were finished last time, like of just the final sanding. They're looking pretty good. They're still a little wet, like we can see the water reflecting on them, but I think they're looking really, really good. A lot has gone into getting them to this point. Like, not just physically these ones, but the amount of like trial and error. And I mean, there's videos from months and months and months ago of like testing the molds out for the first time and messing them all up, essentially. This is the first successful batch ever. My first successful batch ever. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Wow, I don't know if I ever knew that there was a light right there. Sick, okay. Now we have these 5 left, and the molds for these were a little bit different, so they require a little bit more cleanup work. The wave, or S-curve, I don't even know what we're calling these. Personally, I think these are my favorite obstacles. They're like I don't think I've seen anything like them. They're super unique, but they require, it was a 2-piece mold, so there had to be a fill hole and a seam, and both of those require a lot of cleaning. And then these ones just have the seam, so I'll do these ones first. Put them on my table of fingerboard obstacles. Also, I just noticed that one's chipped. I wonder if we're gonna be able to sand around that, or maybe this can be mine to actually get clips on. We'll see how it comes out. Start with the good old 220. Same process for all of the other ones. We lost them. Oh. Start by just wet sanding the seams. It's like just these big lips are kind of a pain to sand. Not a pain, it just adds an extra couple minutes. Okay, I lied. It doesn't even take a couple minutes. It takes a couple extra seconds. That's really not that bad. Yeah, that's already looking a lot better. And then just these seams. The homie Mini Trowel, who's the one that made the molds for me, he's kind of walked me through the whole step-by-step process of all of my concrete obstacles and helped me troubleshoot everything. Helped me pick the concrete, like he made this obstacle and those barriers over there. And this concrete, it really does sand and clean up really easily. Like it's really nice to work with. This is one of the only obstacles I make that has like a sharp edge right there. And that's definitely gonna be like a breaking point. So I'm making sure to go over and sand that so it's not super, super, super thin. I'm kind of just gonna hope for the best. Yeah, all of the seams are gone. All of the edges are slightly rounded, just not sharp anymore. Okay, and then we hit it with the 320. Same process again. The 320 can go a lot quicker too. It's just to make it a little bit smoother, but all of the big seams and everything are gone already. So this is just like a final layer before the 600. All right, and then after that, the final sanding before the lacquer. We got the 600 here. And this is what gives it that super smooth feeling. Yeah, see, this one's the most satisfying to sand. I can feel it just getting smoother and smoother and smoother until it feels like it's just gliding. All right, I would say that's a wrap for this one, before lacquering, I mean. There she is, she's a beauty. As exhilarating as I'm sure a lot of this is, I'll spare you the footage of finishing this one up because it's gonna be that exact same process again. And then I'll show you my plan for these, because it's a little bit different. We're done. Well, we're done with everyone except for the last one like I talked about. Got both of the benches. I think that's what I'm gonna call them. The bench ledge or something. Both of those are done. I was able to round out the edges and make them look good. And hopefully they're gonna be chip proof. This is gonna be my first time ever shipping out concrete obstacles, so I'm prepared to give out refunds if they break during shipping. I've tried doing like not bend tests, but like snap tests and durability tests. They seem to be holding up, but obviously if it arrives damaged, I'm giving refunds. So we'll see. This is the furthest we've got in our concrete obstacle saga, but it's not done yet. And then we got the 2 roller coaster ledges sanded and finalized, de-nippled as I like to put it. I'm really happy with how these came out. They look, I haven't even got a chance to try them yet, to like finger them. I haven't fingered them yet. Pretty much all done. I figured I'd walk you through the process of how I get these done, because these do take like 5 times more effort and work than everything else. I might price them higher. I gotta figure out pricing, man, and like cost of material and all that. These are the only obstacles that I take over to the belt sander, and I should be wearing a mask, but instead I hold my breath and then I run outside when I need to breathe. It's the most practical way to do things, obviously. I'll show you how it's done, ladies and gents. Now you see a nipple. Gotta take a quick breather break. Oh, I held my breath too long on that one. You see the vision though. I'm gonna buy masks next time. Nipple is gone. And then we just go through the same sanding with the 220, 320, and 600 to get it all nice and smooth. Oh man, okay, those ones are a pain to sand, bro, but we got it done. There's the seam mark, like you can see where the seam was, but no matter how hard you sand, it's just like you don't feel it, you just see it. So I gotta figure out that, but I mean, it's concrete, it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm content with them. Very happy to sell these. They're up to my quality standards. I don't think I can make them better than this, at least not yet with my experience, you know? So we're done. sort of. The last step we gotta do here is hit it with the clear coat, and then once that dries, that last wet sanding with the 600 grit. Hit them with a light coat, nothing crazy. Make sure we get in the little GGFB there. That's gotta be good, huh? Now we let that dry. Oh, we are finally done with all of the concrete fingerboard obstacles. That took, not just today, but just like to get them to this point, like all the weeks and months leading up to it, the R&D, research and development, finally paid off. We're finished. Turn on the magical light that I keep forgetting about, but here they all are. After the, what was it, 5 that we just finished, I hit them with the clear coat, I sanded them, or wet sanded them, let them dry again, and everything's completely done. In total, we have, what, 5 of the curve ledges. They all came out great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 45-degree angle ledges. These, but honestly, these are a close second in terms of favorite. The roller coaster is my favorite. Got 4 of the roller coasters. I'm really excited to test one of these out and actually get to finger it. 3 of the park benches, the little wall ride. I don't even know what to call those yet. And then 2 of just the standard rectangular ledges. It's like the simple Lego brick one, whatever we're calling it. Now, I mean, we spent all this time making them and fine-tuning them and revising them until we got this final version. It's only fair if we have some fun with them. I'm gonna steal 1 of each for research and development, product testing. 1 of those. Well, I just drop them and they all break. And then 1 of the, I'm trying to find if there's any like blemishes. I'm trying to take those for myself. Kind of hard though. They're all pretty damn perfect. Or kind of perfect. As good as I can make them. Okay. I already have 1 of the plain rectangle ones upstairs in the house, so let's go. As we're making our way up to the house, I figured I'd use this time to talk about channel memberships. As you guys probably know by now, because I sound like a broken record when I talk about it, I've enabled channel memberships on my channel mainly as just a way to... I'm such an idiot. I saw a truck up there and I was like, who's at my house? Then I realized it was my truck. Wow, all right. I enabled channel memberships mainly as a way to support me. I don't want to try to sell it as something more than that. It really is just a way for those who want to support me financially. There's different tiers depending on, you know, the level of support you want to give. No obligation whatsoever. But also attached to those tiers are certain perks. Because I do want to try to give back as much as I'm able to for you guys supporting me. And for my tier 3 members, which is the highest tier that I offer, I have 24-hour early access to everything on my website. By the time that you guys are watching this and these products are live on the site, my tier 3 channel members have had access for 24 hours. I don't have that many tier 3 members, so there's not like the risk of everything selling out before it goes public. However, for the select few that choose to go above and beyond and support me, I do give them that option. So I have a link in the description of this video and all of my videos that has a link to join as a channel member if that's something you're interested in. You want to check out the perks that I offer. And that being said, I gotta set this down so we can get inside the house. And now into the messy dungeon, which is my ex-office. This is our dedicated fingerboard location for now, except I have an idea this time. You guys remember last fingerboard video, the lighting was terrible and we were using this little, like hot shoe mount light, and I was just holding it or setting it down. I actually got the case for the camera that has the hot shoe mount. So hands-free, we have light wherever we need to, so we don't have to deal with the terrible lighting in here. And then also, I want to set up those Yurth wheels on the new board. So I brought our little, wow, that light is bright. Oh, it's adjustable. There we go, okay. That beard though, okay. No, see, this changes everything with the light. I feel like it looks cool in here now. So you can see here, this is my old fingerboard that I had set up. It's a Doom Lagoon deck, who's the good homie who I met through the Yurth Wheels guy. I think this is a 36mm. It's a girthy boy, but I've been riding a 32mm now, which is a lot smaller. But you can see these are the wheels that I was rocking, and they're made from a real, I think it was a Formula 4, like a real Spitfire Formula 4. You put them on a lathe, put some bearings in them, and made these. And then for reference, these are the new ones that I'm gonna set up. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but they're noticeably smaller, and I think proportionately they're gonna make more sense on this board. They're pretty similar to what I'm rocking now. Okay, I need to not, every single time I set up a fingerboard, I drop something, whether it's one of the little nuts or the bolts or a wheel, and everything's so small that it's just gone. So I'm gonna not do that this time. I'm telling myself we're not dropping anything. Okay, we have the nut. No wheels going on. Yeah, so you can see size-wise, that is the new Yurth wheel. No! I dropped it, but I found it. So yeah, proportionately, they just look right. All right, there's one. We got 3 more to go, and then we're gonna test them out. Boom, there she is. All 4 of the Yurth wheels are set up, and I want to show you kind of the difference here. I got 3 completes here. We have, okay, forgive me, I don't remember exactly what brands these all are, but these are on the plasticier side. So if we power slide them, you get like the screech, but it's not super grippy, if that makes sense. We got these ones, which are like a balance or part urethane, part plastic. And here, it's a little more that's a verb now. Is that the word I'm looking for? Adjective. Versus the Yurth wheels, there's real resistance, and it feels like you are power sliding like it would on a regular skateboard. And you would be surprised at the difference that wheels makes. It just, like, I don't know, to me they feel better, it feels more realistic. Ever preference, whatever. Now I think it's important that we do some product testing. We already tested out this one in one of my last videos. I'll do a couple tricks on it, but I just want to hammer out the basics on everything and just see how everything feels. I guess we're testing out the new wheels too. Yeah, everything feels great. This is fun. Okay, next obstacle. Let's start out with the 45-degree angle guy right here. Trying to figure out like the best way to skate it. So you got the inside ledge. You can skate it. It's a little manual pad too. That's cool. Or, I mean, flip it around and then you have just a normal ledge like that. I don't know if that counts. You can hear the real urethane on lip slides and stuff on the concrete. I want to get a little fade. Oh, ho, ho! First try is crazy. Okay, good ledge. Up next is, let's do the curve ledge, man. I love me a good curve obstacle. I feel like in real life, crook would be my go-to. That was kind of sketchy. Or like crook fakie, that was sketchy too. My fingers are landing all like wonky. See if we can nollie big spin out of it. It's kind of all reverty and whack. That wasn't it at all. That one felt cool. This might be pushing my skill level, but I want to try back tail. It's just an awkward angle. Oh, a little back tail shove, okay. All right, there's that one. And let's do the bench ledge. This one I pictured being able to do some weird sort of wally tricks or like trick bonk in, that type of thing. Kind of like that, where you like pop into the bank. I'm only limited by my own skill right now. I'm just not that good of a fingerboarder. But if you were good, I feel like you could have some fun with it. Want to get ollie up, nollie flip in. Oh, okay. Or switch front blunt into the bank. That was pretty bad, but we'll take it. You get the gist of it, right? It all makes sense. I guess you can skate this one as just a regular little ledge too. All right, last but most certainly not least, we have the roller coaster rail. Now I'm trying to figure out the best way to skate this. We do have a little bit of wobble here because I don't have anything that foam on the bottom, so try to ignore that. It won't wobble when you buy yours, I promise. Yo, that's sick feeling. Even just rolling off of it. That's cool. 50-50, 5-0, nose grind. Ooh, that's actually tough because you have to pop. Oh, that's really tough actually. You gotta find the balance point in there. That's sick. This is fun. It sucks because we really are just limited by skill here. Like I don't have the proper skill to show off my own obstacles. Hopefully you're able to like get the gist of them and be like figure out what you could do on them because you're better than I am at fingerboarding. I kind of like that though, coming up and skating it like a little half or a little quarter pipe at the end. You could probably do some really sick stuff on this. Like flip trick in, quarter pipe trick to flat. Oh, that would have been sick. You guys get the vision, all right? That is everything. Thank you guys for watching and supporting. Like I said earlier, all of these are officially up on the site. If you're a tier 3 member that got early access, thank you so much for supporting me. And then even if you're not interested or not able to support either with memberships or by buying the fingerboard obstacles, just by being here and watching the videos, that is supporting me, so thank you for that. This has been quite the journey. It's been cool to see the whole, like, my fingerboard obstacle journey grow. Starting from the little flux welder and the really shitty metal rails we made when I was living in LA to, I mean, we did wood obstacles, concrete now, metal, and it's cool to just see everything progress. And it's cool to see people DM me like they bought version 1 of a product and then they bought version 2 and 3 and to like see the progression. So thank you guys for supporting this journey. Appreciate you guys watching. I will catch you next video. Peace out.